Who was the most famous ninja in history? If that question popped up on a quiz show, most people would probably shout out Hattori Hanzō. He's a pop culture icon, appearing in everything from movies and anime to video games. You've probably seen him as a sword-wielding warrior, a shadowy assassin, or even a wise old master. But how much of what we see on screen is true? Was he really a ninja who could walk on water and disappear in a puff of smoke? Today, we're going to peel back the layers of legend and find out who the real Hattori Hanzō was. The truth is far more fascinating than any fiction. First things first, let's clear up a common misconception. The name Hattori Hanzō wasn't just one person. It was a title passed down through the leaders of the Hattori clan. The Hanzo we all know and love from stories was actually the second one, whose real name was Hattori Masanari. So when we talk about the legendary Hanzo, we're talking about him. Hattori Masanari was born around 1542 in Mikawa province. And here's the first big surprise. He wasn't really a ninja in the way we think of them today. His family, the Hattori clan, were samurai from Iga province, a region famous for its schools of ninjutsu. So while he was trained in ninja tactics and strategies from a young age, his primary role was as a samurai retainer. He was a warrior, a leader, and a strategist, not a black-clad spy who spent all his time lurking in the shadows. His father served a minor lord who later switched allegiance to the powerful Matsuda clan, which would eventually become the Tokugawa clan, and it was a game-changing move for the Hattori family. Young Hanzo grew up in the service of Matsuda Ieyasu, the man who would later become the legendary shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu. This connection would define Hanzo's entire life and career. Hanzo's skills on the battlefield were apparent early on. He was a master of the spear, and his ferocity in combat earned him the nickname Oni no Hanzo, or Demon Hanzo. This wasn't because he was evil, but because he fought with the ferocity of a demon, a truly fearsome warrior that enemies did not want to face. He first saw action at just 16 years old, participating in a nighttime raid on Udo Castle. This early experience showed his knack for unconventional warfare, skills likely honed from his Iga background. Throughout the 1560s and 70s, Hanzo proved his worth time and time again in major battles, like the Battle of Anagawa and the Battle of Mikatagara. He wasn't just some grunt on the front lines. He was a respected commander, leading his own unit of men from Iga. These weren't just any soldiers. They were men who, like him, were skilled in guerrilla warfare, intelligence gathering, and infiltration. Think of him as the commander of a special forces unit. But the event that truly cemented his place in history happened in 1582. This is the story that made Hattori Hanzo a legend. Their lord, Tokugawa Ieyasu, was in deep trouble. He was visiting a city near Kyoto when his powerful ally, Oda Nobunaga, was betrayed and forced to take his own life at Honnoji Temple. Suddenly, Ieyasu was stranded deep in enemy territory, with the traitor Akechi Mitsuhide's forces hunting for him. His life was hanging by a thread. This is where Hanzo's true genius shone. The direct route back to Ieyasu's home province of Mikawa was blocked and crawling with enemy patrols. Capture meant certain death. Hanzo stepped up with a daring plan. He proposed taking a perilous detour through the mountainous and hostile Iga and Kaka regions. This was his home turf. Hanzo used his family connections and his deep understanding of the local landscape and people. He negotiated with local samurai clans and ninja families, persuading them to help guide and protect Ieyasu. It was a masterclass in diplomacy, strategy, and leadership. He didn't just fight his way through. He built a coalition of allies on the fly. This dangerous journey, known as Iga-go, or Crossing Iga, was a success. Thanks to Hanzo and his network, Tokugawa Ieyasu made it back to his home province safely. This was a pivotal moment in Japanese history. If Ieyasu had been captured or killed, the Tokugawa shogunate might never have existed. The entire course of Japan's future would have been different. Hanzo's actions didn't just save his lord. They saved the future of the Tokugawa clan. Ieyasu never forgot this. As a reward, he made Hanzo a commander of a special guard unit stationed at Edo Castle, the future heart of Tokyo. This unit was comprised of the very men from Iga who had helped them escape. One of the main gates of Edo Castle was even named Hanzōmon or Hanzo S Gate, and that name still exists today. If you go to Tokyo, you can find the Hanzōmon subway line and Hanzōmon Gate at the Imperial Palace. It's a lasting tribute to the man who saved the first Tokugawa shogun. So what about all the supernatural ninja stuff? The magic tricks, the disappearing acts? Most of that is pure fiction, added later by playwrights and novelists to spice up the story. The real Hanzo was a brilliant military strategist, a skilled warrior, and an incredibly loyal samurai. His ninja skills were in intelligence, unconventional warfare, and his ability to leverage his network of contacts in Iga. He was more of a James Bond-style spymaster and special forces commander than a magical assassin. Hanzo's life after the Great Escape was one of continued service to Tokugawa Ieyasu. He commanded his Iga unit, providing security and intelligence for the burgeoning Tokugawa power base. The historical records of his later life are a bit sparse, but we know he continued to be a trusted and valuable retainer. Hattori Hanzō passed away in 1596 at the age of 55. Some stories claim he was ambushed and killed by a rival ninja, but historical records suggest he likely died of natural causes. He was a devout Buddhist, and after his death, his sons built a temple in his honor, which you can still visit today in Tokyo. It's called Seinenji, and it's said to hold his favorite spear and helmet. His legacy was carried on by his son, also named Hattori Masanari. But this son proved to be less capable. He was eventually stripped of his command of the Iga unit after accusations of mistreating his men. The Demon Hanzo's line of direct service to the shogun had come to an end. But the legend was just beginning. In the peaceful Edo period that followed, storytellers needed heroes. And who better than the samurai who saved the founder of the shogunate? Hanzo's story was embellished and exaggerated. He became the archetypal ninja, a superhuman figure with magical powers. His real accomplishments, his bravery, his strategic mind, and his unwavering loyalty became the foundation for a much grander myth. So the next time you see Hattori Hanzō in a video game, leaping from rooftops and throwing shurikens, remember the real man behind the mask. He was a samurai, a demon on the battlefield, a spymaster, and a leader who changed the course of Japanese history not with magic, but with courage, intelligence, and loyalty. The real story of Hattori Demon Hanzō is a testament to the fact that sometimes the truth is even more impressive than the legend. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed uncovering the true story of this legendary figure, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more historical deep dives. Let us know in the comments which historical figure you'd like us to cover next. See you in the next video.